Alrighty guys, welcome back. It's Nesto with NerdMoto, and today we are going to be doing a Wounded Warrior Project, or the Wounded Warrior Project 100-mile Memorial Day ride. So we're going to be riding up to Kokomo Harley Davidson and back, and that should total us a little over 100 miles. So let's go ahead and get on the road and we'll get started. Alrighty guys, so we are finally out of the neighborhood. We are well on our way to Kokomo. But yeah, I'm back from my family's little vacation. Obviously, we went down to Florida to visit some friends from the military and take our boys to see the beach. It was great. My boys loved it. But I wanted to go ahead and take this ride today because I'd been seeing the ad on Facebook from the Wounded Warrior Project, saying to take the Memorial Day Ride Challenge for 100 miles or more. It said you could take the challenge whenever you wanted to, wherever you wanted to. So me and my wife literally just got back in last night, and I decided today was the day. I am well aware that 100 miles is not an insane distance for a lot of you guys, especially you longer distance riders. However, it will be the longest distance that I myself have ever ridden. So this should be fun. Right now we are just focusing on getting through all this lovely Tuesday traffic. So I will see you guys when we head out on the highway. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, we are on the highway. But yeah, today we're doing the Wounded Warrior Project Memorial Day ride. A little over 100 miles for us today. I believe the ride only specifies 100 miles minimum. For those of you guys that don't know, I am a Navy veteran. Me and my wife were both in the Navy for 6 years. And so days like Memorial Day, we tend to be a little extra with our I guess you could say our patriotism, or our willingness to celebrate, I guess I should say. Especially because for those of you guys that don't know, I'm sure many of you guys do know, but for those of you guys that don't know, Memorial Day is not to be celebrated, is not to celebrate veterans or active duty service members. Memorial Day is to celebrate, or not even celebrate, but to acknowledge the lives of those who paid the ultimate price. All of our brothers and sisters in arms who, they paid the cost of freedom. So when you guys are, barbecuing, and at this point you guys have already had your barbecues and stuff like that, but some people celebrate later. When you guys are celebrating specifically for Memorial Day, do keep that in mind. I'm not sitting here telling you guys that you need to be reverent in everything you're doing and you shouldn't be celebrating Memorial Day in general, because as far as I know, that's not what those people would have wanted anyway. Every service member that I've ever known, a lot of them celebrate Memorial Day. And even the service members that I do know that have lost somebody in combat or while in garrison, or back stateside in the United States, they have all said that that's what their friend, their brother or sister in arms would have wanted them to do. They would have wanted them to celebrate, because you're celebrating their lives. They may not be here with us anymore, but it doesn't change the fact that you're still celebrating them and who they are. guys do choose, not to celebrate, maybe you don't agree with the government, or you don't agree with the military, that's perfectly fine. That's what they made that sacrifice for. You are more than welcome to believe whatever you would like to believe. That's your right as an American. However, for me and my family, we do take it quite seriously. I was fortunate enough not to know anybody personally that died in the service while I was in, but I do have friends that I worked with that are deeply affected by this and lost somebody very close to them. So out of respect for them, I like to show a certain amount of reverence for the holiday. It is a beautiful, beautiful day in Indiana, though. We've got some beautiful cloud cover, thankfully, because it is like 87, 88 degrees out right now with a little bit of humidity. So any of you guys that live in a more humid state, you know about how fun that is. Yeah, I myself, being from Colorado, prefer a little bit of a drier state. So, states like Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, Utah, states where the heat's drier, it's not as humid. I don't feel like I'm swimming through the air just to walk down the street. Yeah, I prefer that a lot more than just sitting here in humidity. But luckily, we're on the highway. There's a lot of cloud coverage, so it's a very good day to ride. It's very good weather. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys when we get to Kokomo Harley-Davidson, though. So, see you guys then.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, guys. We did make it to Harley-Davidson Kokomo. Right there. I am going to go inside real quick, grab some swag, and then we are going to hop back on the bike and continue the second half of our journey. Need to go grab some gas before we do that, though. So I will see you guys when we get back on the bike. Harley-Davidson of Kokomo was really cool. All the guys in there were really chill and, very attentive. I think I had like 3 or 4 people ask me for help or ask me if I needed help when I first got into the dealer. So if you guys are in the market for a new motorcycle, a new Harley, and you are in the Kokomo area, definitely check them out. Let's go get some gas, though. Alrighty, guys, we are all gassed up, so we are going to start making our way back home. I will see you guys when we get on the highway. Alrighty, guys, we got about 35 minutes until I get home. I didn't even realize I was on the interstate already because it's taking me a completely different way home. But yeah, this has actually been a really, really good day for a, first quote-unquote long-distance trip. It's a little over 100 miles. It's definitely been a good test of the suspension to see how, well it will handle. That wasn't the purpose of this trip. It's just some fringe benefits of doing this for, the reason that I am doing this, which is to do the Memorial Day Ride Challenge for the Wounded Warrior Project. Like I said, you guys don't need to feel guilty or anything like that about celebrating for Memorial Day, as long as you understand that, you understand what it's about and what it's for. It's not for the veterans, it's not for active duty service members, not to take away from the sacrifices that those people have made, but it's a completely different sacrifice than those that have paid the ultimate price. And that's what Memorial Day is about. So, yeah, this ride has been a really good test for the suspension, the seat has handled pretty good in my opinion. I was getting a little tiny bit sore near the end of the first half to Kokomo, but I was only in the dealership for like maybe 15 minutes max. Like I said, I just went and grabbed some swag, talked to a couple of the sales associates and stuff like that, and looked around at the models that they had on the showroom floor, in which they do have some pretty good bikes on the showroom floor. Like I said, if you guys are in the market for a new bike, you should definitely check them out. You know, give them a shout, let them know what you're looking for. But I think if I am going to be doing more long distance rides later this year, I'm probably going to want to update or upgrade the shock, both front and rear. So I'm going to have to look into upgrading the shocks. I'm definitely going to want to get some larger saddlebags. Like I said in one of my past videos, I can always grab like a big old duffel bag and strap that to the sissy bar on the back. And I've heard that that's a very comfortable, you know, way to ride. It gives you something to lean back on. However, being that I do want to grow and get better and film better quality content for you guys, I am going to need the extra storage capacity, you know, for extra camera equipment, a laptop so I can edit videos, extra gear. Maybe I want to pack out a drone or something like that to get some different angles, stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to want to look into getting some bigger bags too. I've actually already been looking at getting some bigger bags. I'm thinking about doing the Hogworks hard bags conversion kit for, you know, the touring bags. I don't have anything against any third-party bags. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to do the Advan Black touring bags if I do end up going with the Hogworks hard bag conversion. However, I've had Viking leather saddlebags in the past, and I just don't feel like that they would look very aesthetically, in my mind, they wouldn't look very aesthetically pleasing on this bike. I did put a pair on my first bike, which was a 2021 Harley Davidson Sportster Iron 883, and they looked awesome. They worked great. So I've definitely tried Viking leather saddlebags, and I definitely like them. I don't have anything against them. I think just for the way that I want this bike to look, my 2022 Lowrider S, it would just be better for me if I went with a Hogworks hard bag conversion kit and some Advan Black bags. So I think that may end up being what I do to get ready for these longer trips. I do already have a sissy bar. I think I want to get some mini floorboards as well. The foot pegs that I have right now are the Torque foot pegs. As you can see, they're good. Like, they're definitely great. However, mini floorboards just give me the option to spread out a little bit more. I definitely want to swap out all of my lights for LED lights as well. Right now the only LED lights I have are my front headlight and my rear tail light, and those are the stock LED lights from Harley. So there are definitely different lights that I want to do in terms of the bullet turn signals on the front and rear. I may even do a turn signal delete on the rear because I'm wanting to get those hard bags. I might end up just doing the Moons MC all-in-one. I really like the look of that, and I like the look of the Moons MC Fly Eye, I believe it's called. I'll look it up and I'll put it up here on the screen. I like the look of that headlight too, so I may end up doing that one as well. But other than that, the bike's been handling, you know, it's actually fairly windy. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's fairly windy today, but the bike's been handling it phenomenally. Obviously, it's not going to handle it as good as like a road glide or street glide would. I can't say that I know that for sure, being that I've never ridden a road glide or a street glide. But you know, just based off of what I've heard from other people, you know, no matter how good the fairing is on a Softail, including the ST, from what I've heard, it's not going to beat out the wind coverage that you get on a road glide or a street glide. So, you know, that is something to keep in mind if you're somebody like me that's looking to do these longer trips and trying to plan it out and stuff like that. We are coming into some heavy traffic on our way home though, so I will see you guys back at the house. Yeah, I'll see you guys back at the house. Alrighty guys, we are back at the house, obviously. I'm really glad I was able to take you guys on that ride with me up to Kokomo Harley-Davidson. I really enjoyed doing this, you know, Wounded Warriors Memorial Day ride challenge for over 100 miles. We did 110 today. Like I said in the video, when we were heading out to Kokomo, just remember, Memorial Day isn't about celebrating veterans. It's not about celebrating service members. It's about celebrating the lives of those service members who, you know, paid the ultimate price and didn't make it home. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying don't barbecue. I'm not saying, you know, don't have a good time, because that's not what they would want. They would want their lives to be remembered in a positive way. So, you know, just keep that in mind when you are celebrating. If you guys are new to the channel, you've never seen any of my videos, but you like the content that you've seen so far, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. It doesn't cost anything. You know, I don't make any money off making these videos right now, so it's just something that I really enjoy doing. So if you guys enjoy watching the content, please consider liking and subscribing. Alrighty guys, that's all I have for today. I'm really glad I was able to take you guys on that ride with me today. If you are in the market for a new Harley Davidson, or, you know, motorcycle in general, make sure to check out Kokomo Harley Davidson of Kokomo. Give them a shout. They're very accommodating. They have really good customer service. I don't think there was a single person there who didn't ask me if I needed help. It was a little weird, so but make sure to give them a shout. Alrighty guys, have a good one, and until I see you guys again, ride safe.